What is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Malt channel, on point reviews all day every day. Today we've got a Dua. And this, I'm probably the first to review this actually, because this just came out recently and there are a lot of questions about this Dua. It's also released in a new format, a new huge bottle that we're gonna check out in a minute. But this one is quite interesting, okay? It's got a catchy name as well. This is by Dua Fragrances. This is Moda Elixir. Moda Elixir by Dua Fragrances. This was sent to me care of Masam from Dua Fragrances. Thank you so much for putting your trust on the channel. I'm always very honest and straightforward, and I'm always very detailed about my fragrances. Thank you for sending this to me, Masam. I'm very excited to review this right now. Now, let me say one thing. This one here is a collaboration. This is a collaboration with Moda Group, which is basically a Facebook group about luxury fragrances, watches, sneakers, and cars. You know, typical stuff that I like that, and I can get with that. So I want to say a shout out as well to Vadim Moda, the guy in charge of that group. He's part of this collaboration right here. So anyways, we're gonna talk about Moda Elixir right now. Let's hit the music. Okay, we're back, guys. Dua Fragrances, Moda Elixir. Thank you guys for watching, and again, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're down with Dua. Okay, so let's look at this thing right here. First and foremost, different case right here. Definitely different case. I like it. What I do like here is that it is a personalized case. It actually says Moda Elixir. It's a little bit different from the Dua boxes where, you know, there's no names on it. I mean, obviously for packaging sake, it makes it easier. This one is a little bit more personalized, as you guys can see. Let's go open it right now. Here you go. And here we have the 100 ml bottle. These are one of the new 100 ml bottles that Dua has. Again, nice personalized touch, nice shape. And one thing you'll realize is this cap right here. Where do you guys remember this right here? That's right. It's from like an Ormond Jane cap. Exactly. Once I saw this, I was like, oh wow, this is like an Ormond Jane cap. One of the fragrance houses I really like. Very familiar. So it's got this Ormond Jane style cap right here. Okay, and again, this is the 100 ml, not the 30 ml. This is 100 ml. So basically, in my opinion, once I saw this, I was like, man, there's really a huge demand for Dua fragrances that now they're pushing it up to 100 ml versus the 30 ml. So in my opinion, the ones that they're kind of releasing the 100 mils on are the ones that are the most usable. So I can't wait to try those. Hopefully Masam sends me a bunch more to review. So this one right here, plain and simple, is about Aventus. Okay, Moda Elixir is about Aventus. And this one, they say, it says on the literature, is their most balanced version to date and is a mixture of a vintage Aventus as well as one of my favorite Duas, Mod 3 right here. Absolutely shocking. I was like, wow, really? Because I don't, read this stuff in advance. Once I get it, I'll read it, and then I'll check it, and I'll try it. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? It's a vintage batch plus Mod 3? That is surely interesting, because this is one of my favorite Duas right here, okay? I've stated this before, and I made a video about it. This one is, to me, bright, a blaster, good mood, start of the day type fragrance. So this one I really like. I'm going to put this aside right here beside the real Aventus right there. Anyways, let's go spray this right now and give it a little bit of a smell. Okay, so the one thing I want to point out with Moda Elixir, especially on full wear, okay, because I did my notes, I've been trying this all day. Went outside, sprayed this right here, and the one thing I noticed was that it does have a lovely opening, okay? The opening does have some fruity, juicy pineapple. It's got the black currant. It's not so heavy on the apple, and it does have some nice bergamot, okay? I think that there's a difference between this and maybe the latest Aventus, because the latest Aventus was really more on the green apple in my opinion, and the Moda Elixir was definitely more on the pineapple, black currant, maybe bergamot, but juicy ripe pineapple coming out. I thought that it was wonderful. I thought that once the because I live near the beach, so the wind really hits you. Once you spray it outside, it's one of those nice factors that we have when I try the fragrances. This one here, once the wind hits you, it's like, wow, it is really a nice, ripe pineapple, fruity type scent. Okay, so, I mean, I can't say nothing about that. But the interesting thing is that I do smell some ambroxan. Some ambroxan. I do smell ambroxan coming in here. Little bit of ISOE Super from Mod 3 coming in right when I'm just thinking about Aventus. I think that, to me, right, just based on the opening, that this Dua Moda Elixir is probably the closest they have right now to Aventus, okay? And I'm saying that because over here I feel like they worked on balance more than power, or the Dua delays. We talked about the Dua delays before, and I was saying how sometimes that can kind of backfire, kind of like satisfying the it has to be powerful all day type of appeal. Sometimes backfires because you prolong the fragrance and then it doesn't smell like the actual fragrance. In this case, I think that they worked on balance rather than this Dua delay, because there's no Dua delays on this one. This one is rather balanced as well, and it's not the same as Mod 3, because on Mod 3 I thought that it was way brighter from the get-go. This one is rightly balanced. It's just okay. There's some brightness, some fruitiness, really nice. ISOE Super Ambroxan coming in as well. Now another thing is that it doesn't have this like ozonic type smell that you get from the other duas. So I mean that's really what I can describe it as. But like a lot of the duas, like when I got them and on my first spray, it smelled like this ozonic thick smell, which I kind of didn't like. And I don't know, some fragrances I've tried from Dua they don't have those. So I would say that this Moda Elixir doesn't have that right here. Now it does curve into patchouli, okay? It does curve into patchouli, which when you have more patchouli, in my opinion, having smelled the older batches of Dua, it does remind me of that. You guys know I reviewed an older batch, 15R12. I also like Boadicea Consort, which is heavier on the patchouli. The patchouli here is a perfect curve, and because it's a curve, it's like it separates itself. It separates Moda Elixir from Mod 3, curves right into the patchouli, and then you have a good amount of the smoke here, good amount of the birch tar here. But I like the patchouli personally, okay? Changes the dynamic, doesn't make it redundant to Mod 3, makes it feel Aventus-y. Again, that's why I feel like this is the one that's closest to Aventus right here. Now what I really like about this one here is the dry down phase, or almost like heading to the dry down phase, because I feel like this is where they added the extra power punch, and the extra power punch is basically aspects of Mod 3. This one has vanilla, this one has ambroxan, this one has oak moss, and some juniper berries come in right near the dry down phase of Moda Elixir. And so it's almost like an extender. As it heads to the dry down, you're thinking, well, everything kind of fades away. You have the base notes. But what they did right here was they included pieces of Mod 3 into the dry down, therefore extending it into another phase of, you could say that power phase, or that Dua power phase, which that one's really smart in my opinion. Instead of like feeling this dry down where it's conclusive, the fragrance feels like it's over, what they did was they added Mod 3 way at the end, or rather pieces of Mod 3, your vanilla, your ambroxan, your juniper berries, as well as the oak moss. That is actually, it goes right way later. And so I think that this is a nice compromise versus like delaying the fragrance, right? It's kind of like hybridizing it and adding the hybrid qualities on the base notes, which is still strong, therefore extends the power of this Moda Elixir. So I really like it. I mean, I can really smell a good balance of vanilla. It's not too much. Oak moss is there, ambroxan is there, and then you have the juniper berries really come in and make you feel like, oh, it's got this Mod 3 quality right, way later. Okay? So, ultimately, I mean, this is really nice. Ultimately, this is really nice. I think that, again, this is the closest that I got, in my opinion, to Aventus that Dua has ever produced. And it's quite different. You're not going to get a redundancy with Mod 3 if you understand Mod 3 the same way I do, which is, for me, Mod 3 is bright, juniper berries. I don't look for Aventus in Mod 3. See, I don't think of Aventus when I think of Mod 3. I've said that multiple times before. I think it's just on its own. But Moda Elixir will remind you of Aventus for sure. The qualities here of your, ripe pineapple, your smoke, your patchouli, as well as the vanilla, will really remind you of Aventus. And if 150 plus maybe 30% off on some of the Dua discounts will really help you, then I think it's a good buy. I think it's a good buy because even with the addition of the Mod 3 kind of modifier right here, I think that it doesn't really stray away from the Aventus-y scent. So anyway, since this was a giveaway, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a giveaway of, let's do, should we do 4 5 mils or 2 10 mls? Let's just do 2 10 mls. Okay, 2 10 mls. I'm gonna give away 2 10 mls of this Moda Elixir away to anybody that's watching here. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, follow my Instagram, TroyD247frag, and put mine right here on the comments. That is it, okay? I'm going to draw it at the same time as the Pegasus Exclusive winner. So that one's not done yet. You guys can join that as well. But this one right here, I'm going to give 2 10 mls to 2 lucky winners, and I might give away some more later when we reach the 4K giveaway. So I think this is nice. I mean, it's definitely on the Aventus sphere of things. I think it's really balanced. I'm really glad that they didn't put any delays on this. I think that, man, this whole hype about the power really lasting so long, I think that this needs to be checked a little bit, because it's not about the power too, it's also about the scent quality, and it's also about the progression of the scent, right? And you don't need 10 hours to judge a scent or to make a scent perform for you. You don't need 10 hours for that. Okay, for the most we need 5, and we need only minutes to get a nice impression once we smell this. Okay, so I really like it this time. Really, I mean, I like that it's balanced. I like that there's no delays. I like that they didn't add anything crazy to it that would make it smell otherwise. What they did was they did a balanced Aventus-y start to this one and mid, and then they added a little bit of modification, Mod 3 in the end. So it's a winner for me. Okay, Moda Elixir, for those Aventus heads that need another clone, save money with the Dua discount, 30% off, $150 for 100 ml. Definitely try it out. And again, if you want to join the giveaway. Maybe you can try it before you buy it. Okay, so until then, guys, this is Troy D. I want to thank you guys for watching, all my loyal subscribers. If you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like this video if you're down with Dua. And again, I want to thank Masam and Company. More power to you guys. Okay, so until then, this is Troy D. God bless, take care, have a great weekend.